Alright, we got our original RX100 Sony, and we're going to see what's wrong with this thing. Hopefully we can get it going again. Let me show you what it does. Put the battery in, turn it on, lens comes out, screen has scattered things going all over it, and then it locks up. Turn it off, lens don't go back. You almost have to and he was saying if you push on certain places it'll start working. So it might be cables, might be connections, and to get the lens to go back in you almost have to go like this, turn it on, and drop the battery real quick. So we're gonna open this thing and see what's going on with it. Hopefully we can repair it. Alright, got it all apart, and the first thing I noticed is this sticker stuff on the back of the lens. It looks like someone has peeled it back, so someone else has been in here, and it seems like someone else has been in there from the case screws and the way it came apart. It was kind of loose. So that's telling me someone's already been in the camera. So what I'm going to do now is I'm first going to just check all the connections and check these cables, make sure there's no cracks. Then I'm going to clean these cable contacts, the little gold contacts on the end of each cable. Just going to clean those, put it semi back together, and do a test on it to see if that fixes the problem. Alright, it's something with the CCD cable. If I push right here, it'll seem to come in and start working. So let's see if we can show you this on video. Start the camera. It's doing that funny stuff. Now I'm going to push right there, and the camera comes in and starts working. If I let go, it stops working. There's the zoom working. If I hold it there, it'll work, you see. If I let go, it starts acting funny. Push again, starts working. I let go, push there, it starts working. If I let go, that's what it does. So let me power it off. Power it back on while I'm holding it, it's working. Power it off. So that's what's wrong. It's something, it's either broken the cable right there or contact. I gotta look at it better, but I did clean them. Didn't seem to help, so I'm gonna try again. All right, so it's all working. So what was wrong with it? It wasn't the contacts. It was a break in the CCD cable. So there it's all working, zoom working, camera powers on, powers off, goes through all the menus, doesn't lock up, been sitting here running. So what was wrong with it? Well, you see how pinched this cable is right here? And do you remember when we took the camera apart, it looked like it's been opened? If you mess with these cables, because they're getting so old, especially because of this is the original RX100, this one doesn't feel that brittle, but they get brittle. And since this fold is in there, when you try to fold it to take it out, it messes up those little wires inside. You don't want to bend on them when you're working on the camera. If you're going to remove this, you want to barely just touch on it, get it unplugged. Don't sit there and try to straighten it out or anything, or bend it. So somewhere right here there is a break in the cable, because if and it's right here on the edge, if I just get this CCD and pinch it just right there, just like that, it works. And as soon as I let go, I mean, I was holding it just like this, right there on the edge. If I pinch it right there, the camera will work. And as soon as I let go, so right there, it's got a pinch, crack in the little wires right there. And that's probably because the camera, whoever worked on it, wasn't too careful taking the CCD out, and probably folded on this cable too much. It just couldn't handle that. So I got another one off eBay, and I was talking to the guy on the email, and he wanted a new one. So we bought this one that this guy said he had new on the listing. But then when I got it here, I noticed, well, there was a little bit of sticky stuff, and the cable was folded. There was a little bit of sticky stuff on the back of the CCD, and the cable already had this fold in it. And a new one, if it's brand new, it wouldn't have any fold in it. It would be straight. And so I emailed the guy. I said, this thing is not new. I said, is this new, like brand new, or is this new out of a camera? And it took him a couple of days to email back, and then he finally come back, new out of a camera. So it wasn't brand new. It was new. I guess he's saying it was a new camera removed out of a camera. So it's not, it wasn't brand new. It still had this fold in it. It had a little bit of sticking stuff from that sticker that they put on the back, So I thought, okay, well, I just thought, well, I'll put it in there. So I put it in. It's working. That's, but it wasn't brand new, If it was brand new, it wouldn't have no folds in the cables like it's been, mounted in a camera. It had these folds in it like that. But there's the sensor. This is the 1-inch RX100 sensor. This is the original. This one fits in the RX100 and the RX100 Mark II. That's your sensor. So this one is still good. The sensor is good, but this cable got messed up right here. And I haven't really looked at it with a magnifying glass, but I'm sure if you look right here, I'm sure those wires are going to be messed up. And that's just from taking it out, folding those cables and messing with it, Got to be careful with those cables, especially on the older RX100, because this is the original one. Because the cables get so brittle, and that fold right there, they just don't like to be, folded and refolded. So it's all working. I had it sitting here running for a little bit, going through the menus, looking at it. And everything seems to be working on it. Let's see, this one had, I remember these from a long time ago. HVCHD 60i steady shot. And so there it is. Focus. This one focuses real close. That's what I liked about the original one. So it's all working. So that's what it was the crack right here in the CCD. And I'm sure if I put this under the magnifying glass, I'll see those cracks in there, but there's really nothing you can do about it. And it's got to be right here somewhere. Where's my little pointer? It's got to be these somewhere right around here, because as soon as I pinch right there, it works. But I mean, what can you do about that, So got another CCD, put it in there, and it fires right up. Put it all back together, and I guess now a little ding on the top there. But other than that, little ding. Pretty nice original camera. Screen has a little I think it has it has a screen protector on it. And so, nice little original RX100, still works. Fires right up. Focuses right in. Everything, I was going through all the settings on it. There's that little thing. And let's see, I think this one has that, yeah, has those settings like that. Auto, got vivid, and let's see, I think it had other effects, yeah. That was a weird one. Retro, photo, shift key, part red. Let's see, I think that's only picks up red. And, oh, let's see, I gotta go back. And then there's, oh, I went too far. Okay, why is it, get on there. Okay, green, it's not picking up any green. Blue, barely picks up that blue. And then yellow, and then what else it has, that's off. So, let's see, how do you get out of that? I thought that was the select button. I guess that's, let's see, that button is working. That's the tracking button. I thought that was a select. Let's go back to that. How do you're supposed to select it? I thought, oh, menu exit. Okay. Okay, and what is that? The function button. You know, all the buttons are working. And so, pretty neat little camera. Got it all working. And that's what was wrong with it. Just a busted cable on the CCD. And let's see, I gotta test the flash. This one, let's see, how do you get to the flash? Auto, let's put it on that so it pops up. Okay, charging. Let's make sure the flash works. And I guess it's ready, so it pops up and bam, there it goes. Okay, I don't know why it's on that, but that's the way he had it set up. So it's all working. All I had to do is put that CCD in it. And let's put that back on. I think he had it off. And so I was just, you know, having it sitting here running, making sure, you know, it warms up, and going through it, took a couple of pictures, and seems like it's working. So that's what was wrong with this one. Broken cable on the CCD. You got to be real careful when you're taking these cameras apart. You don't want to flex on the cable when you're trying to get it out and be rough with it, because they just can't handle that. I mean, not at all. They can't handle that. And especially because they've been sitting in the camera so long, flexed like that. And they're sitting in that camera, heating up, cooling down, heating up, cooling down. And then all of a sudden you get in it one day and you want to try to get it out of there, and you fold it like just that little bit like that. It just can't handle it. So I guess I'm going to wrap this up here. Pretty easy fix. Just had to wait for the part to come in the mail, and now I'm going to send it back to the guy. So that's it for this one. Broken cable on a CCD. All right, I'm out.